How's it going? How we doing today? Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy to be here with you guys. How we doing? How are we doing? All good? No News Monday, CPI week. CPI week. Last trading week of the year. Last trading week of the year, dude. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Hopefully we can get a few solid trades in, huh? Or one solid trade in. That'd be ideal. I have a few things marked out on the charts that I am going to go over with you guys as soon as people start filing in here. I'm a little bit sick. Honestly, let's just get into the charts, huh? All right. No Santa rally this year. No. Nope. Okay, so a few things here. I really wanted to see, as we can see just from this, right? You see this high and this low, right? Like I really wanted price to come up, sweep this high, and then, you know, we could take this short right here. But the reason why I don't really want that to happen is because we take a look at the daily time frame, okay? We can see that we have this daily SMT right here inside of this bullish fair value gap, right? Now on top of that, right, as you can see, ES did not sweep this low. The NASDAQ swept that low. Okay, this is a weird wick. This is like a nice wick inside of a bullish PD array, right? And on top of that, we also have this daily bearish gap that we have not even filled yet, right? We've edged it a couple of times, but we haven't tapped into it. So that gives me a lot of conviction in longs. And when this goes, this is really gonna go. So I had a scenario marked out where if price swept this high, right, we put in a nice SMT, right, this would be a nice short down to this low, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think I want to see that happen. So what I want to see now is longs, right? I would like to see longs play out somehow. So when the market opens, if it leaves some high in, what we can do is we can mark out this low to whatever high the market puts in. And we could take a long out of this 15-minute gap, right? We can also take a long, if price opens and dumps, right? We can take a long out of this 15-minute gap, right? This is this swing low to this swing high right here. All right, we can take a long out of this gap. Again, we just want to be longing at a premium or longing at a discount. So if price comes down here, right, that would be beautiful. Okay. Another scenario is we could take that trade down to that 50%, right? If we sweep this high, okay, let me actually mark this out with a line. This would actually be a nice setup, okay? If we sweep this high, we're inside of this 15-minute bearish gap, right? All right, we could sweep this high, put in some nice SMT, and then we could catch a short down to that 50%, and we just TP at that 50%. That would also be a nice trade. So yeah, these are we do have a nice potential short forming here, right? And we would be using this sweep right here, plus this lower time frame SMT right here, right? As you can see, okay, we have the displacement and everything. So potentially this would be a nice short, but it is pre-market, so I wouldn't be super inclined to take this, but I would be willing to give it a shot. How many camos you got, Diamond? I don't have any diamond camos, bro. Dude, I wish I did. Marco's on the grind, dude. Marco has to be one of the filthiest. Wait, we could try this out. I might try this out. Stop at the high. And you could just TP, honestly, at this low. Break even would be right here. This could be a nice one. If we get this inversion. Yeah, dude, I'm not great at COD, to be honest with you. I wish I was better. It's a hard game, man. It's not an easy game. It's not an easy game. I'm not in this. I'm not in this. But the setup is there. That's why I have it marked out. We have the SMT right there. Inversion. Right. I'm not in this. Okay, so here's my strategy. Alright. Right? Higher time frame PD, right? Ideally. Okay. Liquidity sweep. Right? So price comes up. Right? Oh, draw this out. Price makes a high, right? Trade down, make a low. Price comes up, sweeps that high, right? And then we take this trade. So like we have an inversion here, right? We have an SMT after this liquidity sweep, right? Inversion. And then we take a short targeting the low. Stock goes at the high. Pretty basic strategy. That's how I trade. Guys, I'm not in this. I just have it marked out. I'm not in this. You guys are making me want to unmark it. Fine. Unmark it. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We got 20 minutes till market open. Yes. Top steps, yeah. I'm trading 5 top step evals right now. Top combines. You don't prefer to use fair value gaps on the 5 minute to confirm than in the 2 second? What? How do you get your draw on liquidity or direction? Premium and discount, liquidity, highs and lows, PD arrays. So like for example today, if we go to the daily, we can see this bullish SMT right here. This is a nice bullish SMT, right? Inside of this daily gap. So this tells me, when I see this, I'm just like, oh, okay, price is going up. Like this looks like a very bullish day, right? We have this unfilled gap up here. This looks like a nice area for price to trade up into. So that looks good, right? On the 4-hour, okay, we have this news drop over here. We also have this, we have a new weekly opening gap up here that we have yet to tap into. So that would also serve as a good draw on liquidity today as well to go long. So the only reason why I was even taking a look at those shorts was because take a short down to 50% to then go higher. All right. This move up, we haven't really had any retracement. Okay, so if we take this swing low just down here to this swing high up here, okay, we see this 50%, which also happens to be an hourly, inside of an hourly fair value gap, as you can see right there. Okay, which gives me more conviction in this 50%, right? So more things you see aligned, better. That's just what I see. NWOG is new weekly opening gap. 50% is premium and discount. Cutler trades. Cutler trades? Wait, Cutler trades. Josh? Is that you? Is that you, Joshua? Is that you? SMT is a different, it is an inefficiency in two correlated markets. So like for example, the NASDAQ and ES, right, the S&P are correlated, okay? We see that the NASDAQ did not sweep this high. We see that ES swept that high right there. That is a bearish SMT, okay? This is a bearish confluence, okay? If it was at the bottom of a range, that would be a bullish confluence. Like if we take a look at the daily time frame, you can see that the NASDAQ clearly swept this low, and on ES did not sweep that low. Okay, so that's a bullish SMT inside of a bullish fair value gap, which gives me more conviction in longs. You get me? In the 1 hour, we are inside of a fair value gap. What do you expect? What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, boy? Like on a day like today, right? I'm looking for, I would like to see, okay, ideally, right? What would be amazing to see and what would stand out to me is if price came up and swept this high, right? Okay, let me mark it out on ES. Okay, right, this high, it's the same high. If price came up, swept this high, and then we get a short setup, we could take that short down to 50%. So like our trade would be this, right, after we sweep this high, down to 50%, right? We can get an entry here so that price can trade back to 50% and then trade higher. Okay, so like I'm still long, right? But this would be a nice short setup that presents itself. Okay, that's just what I would like to see, but we'll see. So as you can see here, ES swept that high right there. So this is a bearish SMT, as you guys can see right there. Okay. Again, guys, I'm not like trading this, I'm just analyzing. All right. price doesn't respect the fair value gap, probably just wouldn't trade. What you mean, Cuzzo? "2026 will be the year of the great lock-in." Yeah, bro. Great lock-in. I like that. Market opens in like 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes. Any thoughts on crypto? I'm just buying Bitcoin, bro, every month. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, keep those questions coming in, fam. What do I know about Argentina? What do you mean, what do I know about Argentina? What you talking about, boy? Only Messi. Yeah, only Messi, man. I only know about Messi. Have I ever been to Argentina? Yeah, I was in there. I was there in July. I was in Argentina back in July. Do I expect price to hit equilibrium? I don't expect price to do anything, but I would like that, yeah. I'd like us to get a nice long out of equilibrium. Would be quite nice. The chart, can you show us again the 1 hour? Yeah. Alright, so if we take this swing low, okay, right here, right to this swing high up here, Okay, as you can see, this is our range. We have this hourly fair value gap that sits right at 50%, right there, as you can see. So ideally, price comes down here, and we can long out of that, right? We can either take a short down to this 50% area, or we could take a long out of this 50% area to the upside, right? So I'm new to this to use Apex. I actually don't, but I know a lot of traders who do. A lot of traders who do use Apex. Yeah. What prop firm do you use? What prop firm do you think is the best to get for a beginner trader? Because I was thinking Alpha Future Zero Plan. That's a great account. Alpha Future Zero Plan is amazing for starters. It's amazing. 40% consistency, simple rules, no consistency to get, past the account. Where do you have fib marked top and bottom? At this swing low down here and at the swing high up here. Okay. Guys, right now I have this trade marked out on my charts. Alright, we have this, we have this inversion right here. Right, we have an SMT here. Right, and we have our first break even was here. Right, on the candle closure, stop at the high. TP at the hourly gap. Again, guys, this is not, do not chase this. I just have this trade marked out because this is a trade that matches my model. Okay. So like everyone that took this would be break even right now because we tapped into the break even. Get it? All right. But this is a nice 10R trade right there. Could play out. Market opens in 5 minutes. On daily, ES looks stronger, more bullish looking at SMT, but it was NQ which tagged hourly fair value gap. ES didn't. Which asset is more bullish than, in your opinion? The asset that swept liquidity. So, in my opinion, right, the Nasdaq is stronger because if we take a look at which asset swept liquidity, right? What is liquidity? This low right here. Right, if we take a look at that, the Nasdaq swept it, right? ES did not, right? ES left that behind. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, the Nasdaq is delivering, right? Market opens in 4 minutes. Can you briefly explain the 40% consistency rule? Yeah, of course. So the 40% consistency rule basically means that your largest day cannot amount to more than 40% of your total profit. Okay, so like let's say you're trading an account that has a 40% consistency rule, okay, and you have $10,000 of profit in the account, right? What's 40% of $10,000? $4,000, right? So if your largest winning day is $4,500 or $5,000, right? You do not satisfy the rule, because if you have a 40% consistency rule, your largest winning day cannot be more than $4,000 if your total profit is 10,000. Okay? Right? So if your largest day is 5,000, right? You need to do the math to then find what's 40% of the total profit when your total account balance is 5,000, right? And to that answer, it's 12,500. So now you need to make an extra $2,500 if you have 5K in the account to make sure that your total profit is 40%. Is your largest winning day is 40% of your total profit. You get it? Fairly simple. Market opens in 3 minutes, guys. All right, so you would have gotten stop break even at this trade if you would have taken that. That's why you protect and you set your stops to break even, guys. I hope nobody chased that. Hoped nobody chased that. So NQ just swept that high. Not all liquidity sweeps are reliable, right? What do you mean by reliable? Depends what you mean by reliable. What do you mean by reliable, Damon? Some are fakes. Liquidity sweeps? I mean, it really depends on what's being swept. Like if the liquidity is being swept inside of a PD array, right, and it's like a prominent wick like this, right, and there's SMT at the top of the range and your draw is lower, then it's a valid liquidity sweep, right? But like in a situation like this where the draw isn't really clear, right, and we could go both ways and there's no SMT at the top of this, range at the sweep, then there's not really a trade there, right? Liquidity sweeps are valid when it aligns with your trade idea, your bias, etc., right? Um, so, okay, New York just opened. Let's see what happens. Could potentially long this. Swing low to swing high. This sweep right here. I don't know, I wouldn't want to though. Not long that actually. As I personally wouldn't like take anything here. Just sit on your hands and wait. Any psychology tips? Yeah, I mean, dude, like, there's only, like, you should only be taking a trade if you're 1,000% confident in it. Like, if it's not an obvious trade, then there's no point in taking it, right? Because why would you, Why would you ever take a trade when it's not an obvious setup? You get me? Um, I guess the biggest thing is like once you learn that the only thing that matters is where your draw on liquidity is and like taking the proper trade towards that draw. Once you learn that, then everything will pretty much change for you in your trading. At least for me, like there's no point in trading like BS to me. There's just no point. It doesn't make sense to me. Because why would I waste my capital on like a horrible trade? And like why would I break my rules and like not go break even and like do all these things? Why would I ever do that when I could just preserve my capital for a solid trade and like stay in line and be happy every day and not like be disappointed in myself every day? Why would I ever choose that latter, right? Like a lot of us, we make our lives so much harder. We break our rules on a daily basis. We feel like shit every day because we fail to follow our rules, and we don't even like we do it on a daily basis and we don't even realize what we're doing to ourselves. So like the minute you're able to understand what you're doing to yourself when you actually break your rules and when shit goes like that for you, the minute you're able to, really understand that, and the day that you truly resonate with that, like, oh, there's literally 0 point to me breaking my rules today, that is when everything will pretty much change for you in your trading, because you'll go from trying to follow your rules every day to understanding that like no, like I have to follow my rules today or else I'm literally going to send myself into an eternal depression, if you get what I'm talking about. So that's just at least how I think about it. All right, so did we tap into that 50%? We did. Okay, we tapped into the fair value gap. We tapped into 50%. Okay, this could be a nice long setup. Do we have any SMT down here? Is this SMT? Did ES sweep that? Not sure if ES swept that. I think it did. Okay. So here's the thing. right? Here's why I don't love this, okay? So we did tap into 50%, okay? And we do have some nice displacement, but honestly, I don't like taking longs when price leaves behind this huge wick. Okay, usually when we have these huge wicks, it's like a shit ton of orders. So if we're gonna make that move up to that daily gap or that new weekly opening gap, like we would ideally want to fill all these orders to get that, to grab that liquidity and move up. Um, yeah, yeah. So, I mean, if we do inverse this, like there is displacement here. I just, I'm very picky. Like I don't like taking a long if we leave behind this huge wick. Like I wouldn't want that, ideally. So ideally we consolidate for a little bit, right? We just accumulate here and then we resweep this low and then we go higher. That is what I would like to see. Um, exactly. Yeah. We're on the same page, bruh. All right, there's the resweep. If we sweep this Asia low down here, right? If we sweep these London and Asia lows, that just gives me more conviction in longs. That's just so like the thing is, right, is like when price is doing this and you're like, oh my god, price is so ass, right? Like price is so shit, like blah blah blah. Like this, it's actually what it's doing is it's giving you better entries, right? Because instead of catching however many points you would have caught if we got that 1 minute inversion up here, right now you can catch, you know, this much more, this many more points, right? And it's more R. You get me? So it's all relative. Another thing that I saw, we had this setup. I don't know if anyone took that, but this was a gorgeous setup right here down to 50%. Taking this to the hourly gap right here. Nice like 2R trade right there. Pretty quick displacement. We had SMT up here. That was a nice one. So if we take this range, right, price just tapped into a nice area, right? Just tapped into that golden pocket right there. Okay. Remember guys, like I don't want this 15-minute candle to leave a huge wick behind, right? Oh, some of you guys took that? You guys took this? This is a beautiful setup. Beautiful, beautiful. But I don't want this 15-minute to leave a wick behind, right? So like, if I don't want it to leave a wick behind, I'm gonna want price to chop around for the next 3.5 minutes, right? I want that so that Now we wait. Just be patient, guys. How's it doing, AD Scalper? Okay, so we have bullish SMT at this low. Okay, this could actually be a really nice long. Okay, so since we have SMT at this low, this makes me think that this low is a protected low. It might not get ran. Do we have any 1 minute SMT? 2 minute SMT? Okay, again, guys, you guys need to operate with a little bit of discretion, right? You guys want to operate with discretion, okay? So, if we get this inversion up here, right? If we get a candle closure up here, right? You could take this. There is no SMT though. I don't take these trades. I'm not taking this trade. Okay? I am very precise and I make sure that all of my entries have SMT. Okay? So if we get a candle closure up here, this would be nice. There is no SMT. Okay? So if we get this lower time frame SMT, it would be A++. If the NASDAQ resweeps this low and the ES just stays above it, that would be even nicer. Okay? So nice, Pancho. 1.1K with 10 MNQ. Beautiful. Beautiful. I took this as well. I took this with 6 MNQ. Or 4 MNQ. I only made $420.36. But I took this one. This trade. And guys, I'm going to be recapping. I'll recap it on my YouTube channel. No, I'm on the 1 minute. We don't have SMT yet. Right? But this is good though, because we're not leaving a huge wick behind. Yeah, there is 15-minute SMT, but I wait for lower time frame SMT as well. Okay, so we have SMT. Right, very clear SMT right here. Beautiful lower time frame SMT. All right, let's see if price can come up and inverse this 2-minute gap right here. We'll see though. Again, like we want price to rip up and close above the gap. If we consolidate for too long, this gap is invalidated, right? My YouTube channel is Big Char Trades. Same as my name, bro. Same as my name. Okay, so that 15-minute just closed. Okay. What's the 50% of this entire range? Just from the swing low to the swing high. Okay, so we just tapped into the 50% of the higher time frame range, which is nice. Which is nice. Okay. Like, guys, it's all about seeing what price is doing and reacting to it. A lot of you guys try to predict, right? We're not predicting. We're never predicting. And we're always just reacting. That's all we're doing. Reacting. That full trade idea you had since the beginning was so accurate that grab or Asia, London, lows was key for draw. Yeah, exactly. And look what happened at that wick that I marked out at the beginning of the live. Marked out this high inside of this 15-minute gap. Look what happened. You see that? So now this would be a nice area for price to reverse. Again, we need that SMT though, right? We need that SMT on a lower time frame. We don't have it. Okay, we do have this beautiful fair value gap though. Again, I'll explain this to you again. Actually, wait, hold up. Okay, so when we take a look at this setup, at first you might think, oh, this is a solid inversion. We just swept liquidity inside of the 50-minute gap. Okay, both assets are trading very, very close to London lows and Asia lows, right? Very, very close. Okay, so I would want at least one of these assets to take out London or Asia lows. Second thing, there's no SMT. Wait, is there SMT? No, there's no SMT here. So again, I'm gonna say this, okay? I want you all to use caution here. All right? If you wanted to, right, on this candle closure, you could take this long, okay? And you could ride it up, all the way up. Okay, first break even would be right here. Okay, if you wanted to. I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this. Okay, the candle hasn't closed yet, but I'm not taking this for a few reasons. Okay, the first reason is we have no lower time frame SMT. Okay, which it looks like we're about to put it in. Second reason is we're edging both Asia and London lows on ES. Right, if I would want ES to take this London low. Okay, if we don't take that London low, I mean, if we get that lower time frame SMT, it's valid, but it's risky. It's exactly, it's risky. It's risky. And it's not, it's honestly like, it's Monday. I'm not taking this. I would never take this. It's Monday. There's no reason to start the week off on a loss, especially on a week where it's the last trading week of the year. And, you know, on this trade, like this isn't even the best, but we'll see what happens. There is no SMT though. So for me, I would be breaking my rules if I took this. That's why I'm not taking it. But if you wanted to, you could. I'm telling you, I'm not taking it. So you cannot hold that against me. Not taking it. That candle did just close. I'm not telling people you can go. Seth, I'm not even going to explain to you. I'm not even going to explain to you because honestly, it's just a waste of a breath. Like, poetic disclaimer. I mean, this is why we wait for SMT. You're literally seeing it in real time. This is literally why we wait for SMT. This is literally why we wait for SMT. Look what happened. There's no SMT. What's happening? Someone just said SMT should be used as a bonus confluence, not primarily. Okay, well, what would have happened if you used it as a bonus confluence here, not primarily? Probably would have gotten stopped out. All right. Look at that. There was no SMT. Look what's happened. Now there's SMT. Now there's nice SMT. Okay. So this is why we wait. Sit on our hands. Char, you're a goat, man. Glad to have you narrating my morning trading. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. Love you, dog. It's hilarious. Some guy just said SMT should be used as a bonus confluence, not primarily. And there's no SMT on this trade. Probably would have gotten stopped out. I would have gotten stopped out here. So I use SMT. Yo, Char, what do you think? Or who should I watch to start learning about trading? You know I am new to this. Chart Fanatics has a bunch of great resources. You can watch my channel if you want. Big chart trades on YouTube. I post a lot. Okay, so ES just swept London lows. All right, let's see what NQ does. to the T, man. Look at that. Quitting soup right there. Just back test it and you will know you should use SMT primarily. Exactly. SMT is an imbalance between two correlated assets, right? So ES just swept London low, the NASDAQ didn't. That's bullish SMT, right? If we had SMT at the top of the range here, right? ES swept or didn't sweep this high, the NASDAQ did. That's some bearish SMT because it's at the top of the range. You get me? So, yeah. This is some nice delivery. Honestly, we could have held this trade all the way down to London. Would have been nice. 4R. I'm happy with this though. Still caught a nice 2R trade. Beautiful. Okay, so we have SMT at London low. All right. We're still inside of this 15-minute gap right there. Hold up 1 second. I'm gonna be right back. I just really need to take a piss. 1 second. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. SMT stands for Smart Money Technique. Let's see what's going on the lower time frame. Okay, we have this 1 hour gap right there. I mean 1 minute gap. Sorry, not 1 hour. And in 50 seconds, we'll see if we have this 2 minute gap. If this 2 minute gap wow, I can't talk. If this 2 minute gap gets formed, then we'll have to use that. We'll see. So you literally have to focus on 2 separate pairs for an SMT setup to work. No, you don't have to focus on it. Bro, look. I have my ES pulled up right here. I'm not focusing on ES. I'm focusing on the NASDAQ. I just glance at ES. Yeah, I always have it pulled up, so I see. We got that SMT. Let's see. Tyler's chilling, bro. Tyler is chilling. He's living life lavishly, drinking iced coffee and eating steak. I know you guys miss him. Dumping. once we sweep Asia lows, does this 50% ever get tapped into? No. Okay, once we sweep Asia lows, we can get a really nice long setup, actually. Okay, so Asia lows just swept. December is not the best time to trade, dude. No way. Okay, so we just swept those Asia lows. Okay, we have this 1 minute gap. We don't have any SMT. Okay, no SMT. But we have tons of low resistance liquidity. Tons of it. Tons of it. So let's see. Do we have a 3 minute? 3 minute. I wouldn't flip shorts. No. I wouldn't flip the short because we have this huge daily SMT. Like my long-term bias, right? What I want to see play out is 100%. I want to see price go up, like 1,000%. Okay, if we get this inversion, we do have. No, we don't. No, we do not. Do I go for smaller RR during December? Not necessarily. I mean, guys, this is only my second December, right? And last December, I didn't completely know what I was doing. So, like, wow, we really had the top, didn't we? What is this? Really had the top, huh? Guys, I have to, so I'm sorry, guys. I have to get more comfortable on stream, dude. I should have called this trade out. I just like, I guess I get like a little bit, like I don't want to lose you guys money. So I just like, I'm like, oh, I'll just call it out after. I should have called it out, bro. I'm sorry about that, guys. Next stream will be better. I'll be better about it. I guess I just have to stop being a little friggin' bitch. Because honestly, I don't know if this flips bullish anymore. We'll see. There isn't much for price to deliver from. As long as you guys are learning. Well, we have this 30-minute gap actually. We do have this 30-minute gap. So we are delivering from something. No, I don't think I'm gonna nail every trade as a win. That's not it. I just feel like, I don't know if guilty is the right word, but like if I call out a trade and it hits the stop, I feel bad because like you guys are taking the trade only because I'm calling it out. You get me? So I guess I have to work on that. Something that I'm not too proud of. Like I should have called that trade out because that was actually a nice setup, but I didn't because I didn't want to, like, you know, mess anyone up. Took the short. Good. Good, bullish. Holy dump. This is insane. Yeah, I don't think we're flipping bullish at any point. This run too. If this runs to this low, that's a 8R right there. Banger. No SMT here, guys. No SMT here. I wouldn't take this. There's nothing. There's no reason for price. I think this is a retracement. Let me delete these drawings. No, Luke. Closed. Honestly, I think we're gonna take out these lows, and we just tapped into this 5-minute gap. So if there was SMT here or something, there was no SMT, but like you could take this if you wanted to, if it inverts. Okay, if price puts in like some SMT here, this could be a short to slow for 1R. We'll see. It'll probably be open in the future at some point. Guys, also giveaway is at 10:15, okay? 10:15. You heard? Nope, there's nothing here. Nothing here. Char, I'm from? What? SMT is smart money technique. I'm from Miami. Congratulations, Diddy. Wow, that's crazy. Do I use RTH gaps for targets or S? I don't know what an RTH gap is, honestly. I don't know what an RTH gap is. You can hear me. You can't hear me? Yes, you can. My mic is working. What will I do on New Year's? I don't know. I don't know yet, honestly. Okay, so if you guys wanted to, you could take this sell right here on that closure. Stop goes at the high. Final TP would be this low, but you got to go break even right here. All right, so if you took this, you should already be break even. Okay, you should already be break even. All right, this should be a risk-free trade right now. If you took this, risk-free. Okay, so if you get stopped out, you get stopped at break even. That is what's going on. There's no SMT here, by the way, as well. So this is like a shitty trade, but you're break even on it. So should be break even. A lot of you, maybe you guys got stopped break even right here. Dang, it probably stopped you out break even. No, I wouldn't go long or bearish. Yeah, I took this short up here. I'm actually gonna delete this because you guys should have already been stopped break even here. I do think we take these 4-hour wicks though. Alright, so at 10 in 5 minutes we're gonna be giving away an Apex account, a funded next account, and an Alpha Capital account. Okay? Right. All right, guys. We're gonna run this giveaway now. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna put what to put on the stream. All right. So this is what you guys are gonna type in the chat. Okay. If you want to enter the giveaway, exclamation point big char trades. Okay. Exclamation point big char trades to enter the giveaway. We're gonna give away an Apex account, a funded next account, and an Alpha Capital account. Okay, 3 accounts. Okay. All right. Right here. Exclamation point big char trades. Okay. If you guys want to enter the giveaway, we're gonna be doing it right on the stream. Make sure you spell it right. Make sure you spell it right. Okay. Exclamation point big char trades. All right, a lot of you guys are entering. I see that. Alrighty. Keep entering. Let's see it. All right. All righty. Is everyone in? Is everybody in? Is everybody in? All right, I think everybody's in. All right, guys. All right, let me delete that. Look at that, bro. To the T. To the T. Could have taken this all the way down to the lows, man. Could have taken this all the way down to the lows. Wow. That's beautiful. All right, guys. Let's do this together. Let's do this giveaway. Wait 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Oh, wait, what the heck? Wait a second. Technical difficulties, guys. All right. All right, guys. You guys ready? You guys ready for this first winner? Okay, so first winner is, let's see. Let's see. Fraser Lock 2693. Okay, Fraser. Fraser, go ahead and respond in the chat if you're here. Fraser, Fraser. Fraser, Fraser. Where are you? I'll give you a few seconds. Fraser, Fraser. Fraser, Fraser. Go ahead and type in the chat. Type in the chat if you're here. Fraser, I'm gonna give you a few more seconds, okay? I'm gonna give you 15 seconds. Okay. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. There you go, Fraser. Congratulations, Fraser. I don't know what the hell just happened to my thing. It like glitched. Okay, Fraser. I couldn't see any chats, dude. I'm sorry, guys. You replied. All right, Fraser. You won the Apex, dude. You won the Apex. Good shit. Beautiful. Dude, my chat like wasn't refreshed. Sorry, guys. That was good. That was good. That was good. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Next winner. Let's see it. Let's see it. Vika Skoda, 8270. Vika Skoda. Vika Skoda. Fraser, that's too funny, man. Guys, the giveaway's closed, so typing that doesn't do anything. Vika Skoda. Fraser, congratulations on your 300K Apex account, dude. Vika Skoda 8270. Let's see it. Vika Skoda. There we go, brother. There we go. Fraser, follow the instructions in the giveaways channel on Discord, in the Chart Fanatics Discord, okay? All right. Last winner. Who is it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? 3, 2, 1. Let's see it. Let's see it. Krishna. Congratulations, Krishna. Congratulations, Krishna, man. Congratulations, Krishna. There we go. There we go, Krishna. Congratulations, bro. Those are all of the winners. Those are all of the giveaway winners. Congratulations to everybody who won. All right, guys. Well, that concludes the live trading session today. I mean, pretty good day. Pretty solid day. I hope everybody caught this with me. We had another opportunity down here. Maybe some of you caught that. Follow the instructions in the giveaways channel, okay, on Discord. All right. So, with that being said, I will catch you guys next Monday. Peace out, and yeah, have a great rest of your day.